The Olympic Games have officially begun, and so have the voices against it. There are protests erupting all across the globe. China's stained human rights record is uniting the world. Everyone is calling for one demand: a boycott of the Winter Games. In Turkey's Istanbul, hundreds gathered chanting, "China, stop the genocide." The demonstrators had planned to march up a hill towards the Chinese consulate. On the way, they briefly blocked a road and scuffled with riot police.
No Beijing Olympics!
I wonder, are they not aware of what China is doing? If there is something like human rights in the world, then the Olympics should not be held in China.
Most of the protesters waved the blue and white flag of independence movement of East Turkestan. According to Beijing, this group threatens the stability in Xinjiang, which is home to the Uyghur community. The Uyghur humanitarian crisis is very close to the Turks. They share ethnic, religious and linguistic connections, and about 50,000 Uyghurs live in Turkey, which is the largest Uyghur diaspora outside Central Asia.
We hope those taking part in the Olympics who respect human rights and freedoms will raise their voice against this, because this is a crime not just against Muslims and Uyghurs living there, but against all humanity. Therefore, we have to stand against this crime together.
In San Francisco, a coalition of groups from Hong Kong, Tibet gathered at the Golden Gate Bridge. Some of them even belonged to the Uyghur group. They urged people not to watch the games. Similar protests were also held in Los Angeles. The United States is leading a diplomatic boycott of the Olympic Games. The West has accused China of committing crimes against humanity in Xinjiang, an accusation that China continues to deny.
Well, it's very, very important to let the world know that China doesn't deserve to this privilege to host the Winter Olympics, and especially the crimes that they've been committing against Uyghurs, Tibetans, and other minority groups.
In Tokyo too, protesters rallied in front of the Chinese embassy in Tokyo. This protest comes as Japan's lower house of parliament passed a resolution this week against human rights abuses in China. People from China's Uyghur Muslim ethnic group, Tibetans, Hong Kongers and South Mongolians currently residing in Japan were among the protesters.
世界中から指摘されているウイグルジェノサイドを全く無視してこれを強行したことはまさにジェノサイドに加担するそれを支援する間接的にねそういうことになると私たちは思ってますのでだから反対している。
Hundreds of Tibetans exiled in India marched near the Chinese embassy in the Indian capital New Delhi, denouncing the Beijing Winter Olympics and demanding freedom for their region, holding placards which said "No rights, no games" and "Say no to genocide games." Scores raised slogans against the Winter Olympics. The protests come at a time when several countries, including the United States, Britain and India, have announced a diplomatic boycott of the Games. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.